All right, new video recording, video blog. Hi, my name is David. I'm famous, not. I just have a lot of things to talk about. The thing that's most on my mind, however, is my headset. Beloved headset has broken. This will be my sixth one, and apparently my final one. There's the break in the line. When that's the break in the line, the wires snapped yesterday. So I have 6 of these Logitech H111. Kind of looks like Goliath. I Goliath. Anyways, what has been rendered obsolete is my contraption here to save the breakages at the connector pin. My screen dims. It doesn't capture on the video. I went into my settings on my new phone that I had to upgrade. Speaking of which, my father's upgrading his Nokia style Sanyo phone from, it's 20 years old at least. It's on the 1G network, and Sprint is no longer a company. It says looking for service. They took my phone, this one, and his phone off. That one, it has 3G, or it has 4G. This one's on 4G. However, because this phone is so rare because it has a case already built into it, it's a specialized Samsung Galaxy S5 specialized for activity. That's why it's called the Samsung Health. I have both the AT&T and Sprint versions. They're a little bit different, like even physically different. The new phone I have is most like the Samsung Note. I just redid the memory yesterday because it was real laggy. One minor adjustment is a piece of tape over the microphone for recording video blogs. I was going to jump right into the application. It was going to be this one. This one is an official Google Play. This one is an official Google Play app that features tons of classic Nintendo 1 games. So, if I remember right, my keyboard does work. I just have to put some batteries in it. It works with the app, I mean. So, battery 1 and battery 2. What I was going to say is my old phone has a bigger battery. And I'm sort of glad that they forced us to update. The phone that I'm using right now was $0. I stopped tracking phones after the Galaxy S5 when it started to become like purchasing a car. Like they had like payment plans and insurance and all this like side hustles, sort of like at a car dealership buying a new car. That was when I opted out. I'm like, I can't keep up. So I upgraded from the S5 to the S20. And my new phone has 3 times as much memory, sort of like going from 5 to 20. What else? The battery though, however, this one, what it says, if I take it out, it'll say like 10,000 milliamps. And the one, even though this phone is much bigger and larger and heavier, it is not, even with as large of a battery. Yet this $5 from the $5 store, they have a wireless charger. I don't know if I can just show that or what. I have even set up in the kitchen here, wireless charging stopped. Yeah, I have a seat here, and then, how am I going to do this? That's the charger right here. It has a dual charging port, and I just sort of set it down, and voila. I don't know if it can be plugged in, plus the charger. Oh, right, the dongle's still in it. The dongle is it's sort of like Lieutenant Dongle from Reno 911. Reno, Nevada TV show, Lieutenant Dangle. I don't know, there's something that was dangling in these video blogs that I made on my scooter, and I'm trying to think of what was dangling. I don't remember what. Maybe something having to do with my headset. So this $1 from the $1 store, this headset, these particular, when they have like a sort of padded ear phone, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what makes this one so great, is the padded part. And I've been using this one and promoting it for years. The H111, Target has finally discontinued it. Office Depot hasn't. I was gonna make an Office Depot run to pick one up. It's like, since I had my first one, I don't know. It's a very long story. Like I had one classic like telecommunications, like professional one. How's that gonna work now? I have to tilt this up. I don't know what to put under it. The dongle. Now it's gonna roll off. That's not gonna work at all. Anyways, it's a long story. I don't know how many years ago, many years ago now, what I had done was purchase, I'll try it that way, okay. A one-sided headset, sort of like this one, just one half of it. It only has one headphone and a microphone. And that had like an old school dual 3.5 millimeter pin versus this one that has them both built in with the 3 portions on the one jack. And I had it for many years, and then when I finally hooked it up to use it, I was like, wow. Somehow I started using it to listen to music, and it was like, I can still like concentrate on working or doing something and have music going or a podcast or anything else rather than, or even having to make a phone call or something. And, of course, the wire was crimped and it stopped working. So I went to Target. I was like, this is the best headset in the world. I was talking to customer service. This was years ago now. And I was like, so can I return this one and like get a new one? Do you have something else? I'll go check and see if you got like an updated version. And that was this one, the H111. And the only update really was that it had now it has 2 headphones instead of just one. And the microphone and the headphone on the one jack instead of 2 for using like on a laptop. Old school laptop. Now old school. So at the $5 store, I found one similar to this. And it was like most headphones, like one of the main problems that I have is they're so tight. It's like for a head, I have the same size head that I had in like the year 2000 when I was like 12. It was a size 7 hat, and I'm not sure, like I'm not certain. I don't think my head, like even though my body grew almost like twice as much, my head never grew any larger. And so for most headphones to be like a tight squeeze on my head, there's something wrong with that. Like there's a lot of sabotage going on here. I guess I'll jump in. Your permission has been granted. I hope every time the camera dips, it doesn't lose. Oh, so I don't think I've ever hooked up oh no, I have. I've hooked up this keyboard. I put in the battery. Answer me. Why is it? I put in the new batteries. I saw one blink. I saw one blink over here. Is it connected? Bluetooth keyboard connected? What's the problem here? Options. Is there sound? Start. Yeah, see, the keyboard works. So when I press left and right, left, right on the screen over here. So what's so funny is the reason that these look so realistic of pictures is because it's an auto-generated, it's a real actors did this and it was auto-translated. Is that Sonia? Let's go with, is that Sonia or is this Sonia? I think they're both Sonya. We're gonna do Sonya versus Sonya. Enter. Am I pressing the wrong button here? What's the wrong button that I'm pressing here? Oh, I press A, the real A on the keyboard. Sonya versus Raiden. Hey, back up! Hey! Sonya, back on your feet. Bow to your sensei, Sonya. Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei. Sonya, bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei! Alright, so that was just a quick demonstration. I'm getting notifications from McDonald's. It's like, no thanks, man. It's like, come on. I read an article yesterday. It said on the home screen that apps are going to be... It's like you got to like watch an ad to unlock the screen to get into your phone in the first place. Should I promote some Paramount stuff? Or SimCity was going to be the next game that I was going to try. I just, SimCity is awesome. This one has the same city. This has the same city of the last video that I made over here. It's going to be this one. And hopefully I can try Max Payne. That one has... Let me actually do Max Payne first. What I need is a remedy. That's a song. Let me put that song on just for a brief minute. I don't know if the keyboard's gonna work. Hey Alexa, I'm asking you nicely, Alexa. Remedy song? That 80s song. Seether Remedy? No. The Black Crowes Remedy? Yes. That's the scene that I'm trying to jump to. AC or Closer to Heaven. Here's the Remedy song. Just trying to get him to say it. And when I say him, I mean the two ladies singing the chorus. Max Payne Mobile. Cheats. Was it part 3, chapter 3? Or is that the final one?
I had taken on the role of the mythic detective, Bogart as Marlowe, or Sam.
Well, what happened was, the role that I had taken on was that of Humphrey Bogart, or James Gagnon. So D6. So I remember I tried to make some kind of weird jumbled Facebook post in late 2019. When I started making video gaming vlogs. This was the one that I tried to use. There was like someone in Europe, it might have been German, making a let's play through this, and he was reacting like in German, and he was speaking in German and everything. It was one of the only scenes I could find of this walkthrough, and I was just like, this is like the bread and butter of the whole game. It's like the whole like reason to play through this game is to get to this one section here. Isn't this supposed to be wait, Max, what's the fire button, Max? Oh goodness. No. I'm just trying to think what it normally is a fire button. Oh no, I found it before. I can't breathe. I can't concentrate over here. Oh, whoa. I'm pressing every single key. No, Max. Okay. I'll have to reload that. I really don't know, and I don't think that there is. Should I reread that? I don't think so. Okay, so all the buttons are normal except for the shoot button. Can Max do this without shooting? I don't think he can. Like, there's Maybe what he could do instead is Max would be able to have them shoot each other. That's like advanced GTA technique. And anyways, the whole point of this scene is it reminds me of, even as soon as yesterday. Let me talk about anime for a minute. There's people online in one of my online groups that are really into anime. And so I'm just trying to think, like, what is... Let me press each and every button over here. I can't tell what he's doing there. Oh, he's changing. That was the bracket. Each and every... I don't know, anime, there's so much anime stuff. It's kind of like rock and roll music was to the elders of the 1900s. They're just like, there's way too much of this. Maybe if there was like one or two, or like a handful of songs, that would be all right. And kind of easy to understand or something. So none of the buttons, literally none of them, are working as a fire button. Cold steel. So, therefore, this is the button right here that he'll be using. You know what? I don't think... Okay, so here's the game that I'm talking... Or the group that I'm talking about. They're mentioning anime. And there's some people in the gaming stream from yesterday with Hearthstone. One thing that I was going to say, I don't know. I just want to say it one time. I found hearth in a dictionary... And that's the foot of a fireplace, like the floor of a fireplace is this, the hearth. So hearthstone that's, I don't know what. That's the hearthstone. And the goddess of the hearth is named, it's not Venus, it's something like that. She's the Roman goddess of, whatchamacallit. The Roman goddess of fertility. It's not Venus. It's something like that, though. Anyways, I just never really realized that until watching the stream yesterday. But what I want to say is, like, I don't know if there's anything comparable to anime that I'm into besides like video games, where there's just so much stuff that people talk about it online, and it's kind of like, maybe don't even mention it because there's so much stuff. There's no clear starting point or anything like that, except for this one real live action movie from 1980. It was a Japanese American, people like really big celebrities, actors, actresses from America and in Japan, conglomerated for what at the time was the highest budget movie ever. And it's called Virus. And it's based on a 1960s book written by like a Japanese trust fund kid, for lack of a better word, who wrote this book called Virus. It was turned into a movie. The book's from like 64, published, and then the movie is like 1980. I can't remember if it was the trust fund kid who funded the movie or the book. I just don't remember. And it's a long story, yet there's one particular scene where it involves military and scientists. And so this point right here is some underground bunker. There's an underground bunker also in this movie, Virus, from 1980. That's how I find it on YouTube, just searching Virus 1980. There's two different versions on YouTube. When my grandmother was hospitalized 10 years ago now, exactly, it was really hard on my psychology. How can I make someone else's sickness about me? I don't mean to be like facetious or funny. My coworkers were like, get over it. Everyone loses a parent or a grandparent. And, wow. Anyways, I don't remember. I just remember this was around the time that movies started becoming commonplace on Hulu, Netflix, and YouTube streaming. This was in like 2011, 2012 when that started happening. Before movies were online, there was YouTube, but there wasn't real movies on YouTube. Like the rollout of Vivo added music, sort of like it made YouTube into MTV circa 2008. And then in 2012, YouTube became like Netflix with official movies on there. Anyways, this was one of the free ones, Virus from 1980. And it's just one of those things kind of like Rush, the energy drink from the 1980s that it's like this big. They would sell it at convenience stores that no millennial would ever know about because it's something that's just not talked about. It's just not talked about. Why does Max have 0 health though? So anyway, so this is a secret government bunker. And what's the action button at least? Okay, can I just press enter to restart? No. Why is he having no health over here? There's a big problem here, Max. So let me try this. What's the look down button? There's every button to look left, right, and up. Oh, I found down. Okay, down is I, K is up, J is left. Okay, so I just have to run out there and press the button at the same time. And it worked. Nice shooting, Max. Okay, so here's the secret. It's not a vaccine. These scientists have created this, the government has sort of forced them to create this drug called Valkyr. And it can be seen. Looking down here, here's like the official logo of it. Project Valhalla. And the Roman numerals for the day, the year or something. And there's also a bunker featured, just like in the movie Salt with Angelina Jolie, who portrayed Lara Croft. In the movie Salt, it shows like the underground bunker of the White House. Well, he's pressing the button. What's the problem? Is there no sound? Self-destruction sequence initiated. Okay. This is going to take forever. It's just to get to the one part. The red, there's a green over here. Green for Valkyrie. I think this is the room that has the Valkyrie. Where's some painkillers, Max? This is some problem over here. Yeah. I think I'll do that. You've gone too far, Max. You've seen too much. Right? Wrong? I don't know. Here's the Valkyr stuff being produced in these vats. Isn't it called a vat? Anyways, there's these scientists locked up in quarantine cells. After they've done all this and created this, they're kept in like little jail cells. And Max has to unlock them. And there's a very similar scene in that movie of at a particular point, like 20 minutes. I tried to make an informational post on Facebook about it in 2019 October, and then again in 2020, and now I'm sort of manually. Oh, Max, you went too far. There's a scientist. It's the beginning again. This is trash, man. You know what? That's enough of that. Maybe I'll just save that for a later date. Surely. Stadia? That would be nice if it worked with my keyboard. I mean, GTA, Max Payne works with a keyboard. Even that Nintendo One simulator works with a keyboard. I was supposed to have a soundtrack going here, and meanwhile, the sound of the game also. So let me I just plugged in my old headset. Yeah. So this one, for all intents and purposes, works just as good. It apparently has a microphone that I haven't tested and a volume switch on it. And if everything works out here, hopefully I can go into San Andreas and the cheats are going to work there. Or the codes or whatever. Resume. Start game, load game. It was number 3. And the idea was to try to get to the 3rd island. Use the keyboard over here. Alright. So here's just a continuation of a video that I made like 2 weeks ago. That's not it at all, man. No, that's not it. Was this bottom one? Yeah. Okay, in Bellevue Park. So that's at Staunton Island over here. So let me add in a code. There's a different code for every outfit. Let's see. Nice. Nice. A hooker. Okay. So, is there a car? Nice. And she's driving a Ferrari Jaguar. Oh, I have to remember. Button number 4 gets in the car. I remember the code, the friggin' 15-digit code, but I don't remember the drive buttons. The gas and brake button. Oh, it's the button 1 to brake, button 3. Is that real? How was I doing this before, though? Oh, the idea was, no, that, I'm not going to be the driver here. She's going to catch a ride and just cruise the city. And she doesn't get along with, I don't know what to call them. The Libyans. Big tough Yankee boy. How does it sound like me? Big tough Yankee boy. That would be the perfect. If she can manage to get in the bed of one of those trucks, that would be perfect. I don't think there's any point in the whole game that she is going to be allies with the Libyans. Let me put on some of the Libyan quotes. They're funny. Big tough Yankee boy. GTA 3 pedestrian quote gangs. I gotta be honest with Alexa. All gangs quotes.
Sorry, gringo. Come on, you drive like a drunk, borracha, useless driver. You cannot drive good. Wash the wheels, gringo. You're going to pay for this. Es nada, es no grande problema. No hay más hielo, señor. Sí, bueno. ¿Por qué, señor? You want to get caught up? Mind the hair, asshole. Ay, Dios. Señor, dije, you need hit me, puta. Me miro aquí. Tu madre está en piso, you're great man, What? For God, I'm going to kill you. I escape, gringo. You're going to be sorry. My car, it's not my car. Sorry, gringo. Come on.
Get his license out of his driver.
This is a boss.
Gringo, my top car. Sí. De nada. One of these Scarface idiots. Es nada. ¿Qué es eso? Ay, Dios. Señor Dickhead. You nearly hit me, puta. Mighty fine piece of ass. Aquí. You big dumb Yankee boy. There's no problem to kill you. You move, big man. I hope you recover. You're about to become a driver. You feel lucky? Give us a hand.
Buddy.
What's up, Lexi?
Big tough Yankee boy. That was a good truck.
Sweet mommy, looking for love, baby. Bonita chisita. Oh, I getting hungry. I'll show you, Chibin. You about to pay sucker. This is what that's all about. Trouble ahead. Big time, my man. Hey, papi, just kick me the familia. You're so stupid, man. Watch it.
Nice. That's it, man. Oh, she has no bullets, man. A good. Nice. There's nothing there. This is gonna take a while. What's the Alexa? How do I? What's the weapons sheet? There's no. Oh, there is. Okay, so it's just a walking shotgun now. There's no clear direction to just blast off a few bullets. What's the? He's still not moving after that? Come on, man. Oh, that was not a good idea at all.
What a lunatic!
Oh, no.
I can barely move it. That was a maniac!
Just drive. Drive around.
Open your freaking eyes! What a lunatic! Open your freaking eyes!
This is going to take forever. The car might eventually just start driving around, and that's the hope over here. In like GTA 4, for example, there's a number of ways to get around this. First of all, they have a working cab system. They don't have a working bus system. This one has a working train system, just for touring the city, seeing the sights. And, you know, the cell phone could be used to call a tow truck and all type of things. And that's okay. Ooh, there it goes. There it goes. Come on. Come on. The video's still recording after all this? That's really something. I suppose I'll start and stop a new one.